I have about run out of questions. I have about 6 or 7 left that I have never, ever asked on the show.
For decades, Johnny Carson was America's favorite late-night companion. Every night, millions welcomed him into their homes. He was charming, funny, and seemed completely in control. But in June 1991, a devastating tragedy shattered that image forever. Johnny's son, Richard Carson, died at just 39 years old in a horrific accident on a California highway. What happened next stunned many people. When family and friends gathered to say goodbye to Richard, Johnny Carson was nowhere to be seen. The absence sparked criticism across the country. Some called him cold. Others claimed it was proof that fame had always come before family. But more than 3 decades later, the truth reveals something far different and far more heartbreaking. To understand why Johnny Carson made that painful decision, we first need to understand the man behind the television legend. Before becoming the king of late-night television, Carson was a young boy from Nebraska who discovered a love for entertaining people through magic tricks. His natural talent eventually led him into radio and television, where his quick wit and effortless humor helped him rise through the ranks of American entertainment. By 1962, Carson took over The Tonight Show and transformed it into one of the most successful programs in television history. For the next 30 years, he became a nightly fixture in American homes. His opening monologues, celebrity interviews, and legendary chemistry with Ed McMahon made him one of the most trusted and recognizable faces in the country. But while Carson's professional life flourished, his personal life was far more complicated. He married 4 times and often admitted that his television career consumed most of his attention. In one of his most honest reflections, Carson joked that if he had devoted as much effort to his marriages as he did to The Tonight Show, things might have turned out very differently. His 3 sons, Christopher, Richard, and Corey, grew up largely away from the spotlight. According to family members, Carson was brilliant in front of cameras, but often struggled with the demands of family life. His youngest son, Corey, later explained that television came naturally to his father, while personal relationships were much more difficult. Richard Carson chose a different path from his famous father. Rather than pursuing television, he developed a passion for photography. Friends described him as adventurous, energetic, and deeply creative. Then tragedy struck. In June 1991, Richard was photographing scenery along a remote California road when he suffered a fatal accident. He was only 39 years old. The loss devastated Johnny Carson. Yet when the memorial service was held, Carson made the shocking decision not to attend. Many people misunderstood his absence. Critics assumed he was emotionally distant, but those close to the family revealed a very different reason. Carson knew that his presence would attract reporters, photographers, and enormous media attention. He feared that Richard's memorial would stop being about Richard and instead become a public event focused entirely on Johnny Carson. Rather than risk turning his son's final farewell into a media circus, Carson chose to grieve privately. It was a decision that came at a personal cost. While some questioned his love as a father, those closest to him understood that the choice was made out of respect for his son. The depth of Carson's grief became clear just weeks later. When he returned to The Tonight Show, viewers witnessed one of the most emotional moments of his career. Near the end of the broadcast, Carson spoke about Richard with visible sadness. He described him as an exuberant young man whose laughter could brighten any room. Then he did something deeply personal. He shared Richard's photographs with the audience, allowing millions of viewers to see the world through his son's eyes. It was Carson's way of honoring Richard's life while ensuring his talent and memory would never be forgotten. In the years that followed, Carson openly reflected on the sacrifices that accompanied fame. He acknowledged that his relentless dedication to television had affected his relationships with those he loved most. The tragedy of Richard Carson's death remained one of the deepest wounds of his life. What many people viewed as a cold refusal to attend a funeral was actually the opposite. It was the painful decision of a grieving father who wanted his son's memory protected from the glare of celebrity. Sometimes the greatest expressions of love happen away from cameras, away from headlines, and far from public view. If you enjoyed this story and want more revealing Hollywood stories, forgotten celebrity histories, and untold truths from entertainment legends, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, press the bell icon, and join us for more stories that history almost forgot.